Hello, hello. A lot has happened, a lot and a little, right? So, we redesigned the copper um gateway right here to be flat, and I'm in love with it, dude. In love with it. If you remember, there was a big bump right here where the whatchamacallits, the hoppers would go across, but now the hoppers have been moved under. One more, it doesn't really affect this one. This one, it made it so that like they have to go from here. They have to jump at least one block to access both the chest I want them to sort into and the ones that they're moving it from. So it's somewhat unfortunate, but it's not the worst. Ooh, this is killing my FPS right now. Anyway, I think it's because the world is loading. I just loaded everything up, so hopefully my FPS works itself out. Anyway, where was I going with this? Let me see. Let me cap it at 60. Let's see what that looks like. Looks the same. Okay, cool. But anyway, what was I saying? I was saying that we moved it because before, if it was up at this level, then they could stand in one block and just move in between, which I thought was, just really the most optimal. And there's no way for me to move this one down without moving these guys down, which I don't want to do. This is how I like the floor. So that is what's going on with them, which is fine. Ultimately, this is low. Yeah, it's okay. But to make up for it, I have three. So there's one waiting at the chest to put something in at all times. So I think at the end of the day, the efficiency is still there. And then this guy didn't really change besides me moving the chest here and then removing the hoppers. And then we did a little redesign with the light, that way it wasn't connected to this wall. And yeah. Kinda like how this turned out a lot. I like that this is now like flat. You obviously still have like the spot without soul sand right here, right? This is where the hopper line is, but it's okay. We'll manage, right? Sweet. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing over here, and I think so. I've come into a dilemma, right? I kind of wanted it to be cyclical, which would mean like it would go around and lead back into itself. So no matter which chest you put it in, you'll eventually get the right chest, no matter which one you start in. The problem with that is if something doesn't have a chest, then it's what is the word I'm looking for? If something doesn't have a chest, then it'll just go around for forever, and there'd be no way for you to like know unless you like make like you start looking for it basically. Which is I don't know. I think maybe what we can do is maybe we can put a switch onto whatever hopper feeds into the like one of them, I guess. It doesn't really matter which one. Whoopsies, give me 1 second. My apologies. That is now on silent. It's calling me. Do I need to put a light down here? Probably. Is that good? Yes. Anyway, that's the problem that we are dealing with now, is that while I want it to be cyclical, it would make it hard to no, okay, yeah, yeah. I guess the idea I had is like the hopper. No, something would have to shut off. But the thing is, you need something. We need. What am I thinking of here? Because you would need a chest that empties into another chest, and then I would have to turn off that chest before it empties into the copper chest to go back into the system. So I would need to add a dummy chest somewhere. I think honestly, wait, am I making this harder than it needs to be? Where am I going? Is there a way to put oh, trying to think. No, that wouldn't make sense. I guess it'd be here, maybe? Right? Maybe? I guess maybe you could do like, hold on. I'm trying to think. I'm using all my brain cells right now. Okay, hold on. Gonna need you, and then we need some chest real quick. And some food would be nice, I guess. Okay. Okay. Why did I come here? Forgot. Why did I come here? Chest. Okay. And I'm gonna need a lever. But I mean, you're not even supposed to be in here. I need cobblestone. Okay. Okay. So I need you to move. All right. You stay there. Right. Okay. Then go like that. Right. No. Because then are you guys so serious right now? Okay. The thing is, I would have to make sure they couldn't reach this chest, right? So, let me see. Can I turn it off like this? Can I put one on it directly? No? How about this? Okay. So this locks the hopper. So now they're gonna put stuff in here, but then they can only put one thing in here. That's not what I want. So yeah, this one's not the one I want. Shut off. It'd be this one. I'd come in here. I would lock that hopper. Making this one. So if I put this here, hold on. I gotta take this off. Take this off too. Right? Wait, where's this full sand? No way I can click it through the thing, right? Yeah, no way. Okay. If I do this. Okay, okay, this works. Is there any way? This fine. Like, do I need to take it further? I guess it could actually be. Hold on. Let me cook. Right now I'm just putting moss blocks. This might change later. Okay. And then, what if I do? Okay, so we could do that. Oh, wait, no, we can't, because then I can't put the chest that I wanted to put down. Be like that. If we put one here, that definitely doesn't do anything. Oh, great. Of course. Where are they going? Honestly, where did you go? Wait, you've lost your privilege of walking. That's not my fault. Better not fall in there. Any moment now. Cooked. This is taking way longer than I thought. Are you gonna go back to... Okay, wait. No, well, he's done. Okay. how can I shut this off from here? Cause need redstone. We're close. We can figure this out. Probably, hopefully. Redstone. Okay, so the first question is, I put this here and cover. No, that doesn't do anything. How can I get that to do something? So this has redstone. What if we do a note block, right? Hold on. How does one make a note block? That. No. What if it was a redstone repeater? Mm, right? Oh, let's try. No. Okay. Try. No. Alright. What if I power the note block directly? It doesn't do anything. What if I put the redstone block back this? That would lock it. Okay. This wouldn't work though. No, of course not. Why would that work? Oh my goodness. I need to clean up my inventory real quick. I am confuzzled. The answer is just let it be ugly, right? I cover this? Not at all. Why can't I cover? Oh, this doesn't even work. Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Because it's directional? Oh, that's gotta be why. Yeah. Okay, silly goose. If I do this, that doesn't work anymore? Okay. So if I want to shut it off, it's just that easy, isn't it? Darn, I think this is all it can be, man. Oh, that does look ugly. If we do a redstone torch, now this won't work. I think if it was this block, it would work. Okay. No. Where's my lever keep going? Oh, there it is. Okay. That doesn't work. Okay. So I think what we're getting at here is this getting shortened, maybe? Unfortunate. Okay. You to get on out of there. What if I do like this? Okay. I'm fucked. Okay. And if I do this, does that lock the hopper? It does. Unlock hopper, and locked hopper. Okay. Ugly, but it'll do for now. Alright, so let's see if... Oh my goodness. Alright, fine. You guys can have another chance at life. With soul speed. Oh, that's kind of hilarious. Soul speed doesn't matter if you are hungry or not. Still get like max speed, I'm sure. Okay. If I give them this item, okay, cool. They can still do their job. And it gets drained into here, and then when I'm not using it, turn it off, and then it'll. Oh. And then this stays neat. Yes, if they needed to. So like that. That's right. They unfortunately couldn't keep it symmetrical, so now it looks different from this. But Does it really matter? Sort of. This shit matters to me, man. Sorry. Um. Where's my mouse carpet? Am I blind? I feel like I'm blind right now. I'm either blind or put my mouse carpet somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Does this look ugly? Kind of. Can I give it like that? And then to honestly make it look better. So like, I think that does look better. Let's see, where's the wall? Did I put the wall away? That looks terrible. What if we put that? Move. Guys, I need you to move. Okay, he's literally standing on it. There we go. That, right? Hmm. Not really what I want right there. Need you guys to come over, not here. Move. Okay, wait. Here you go. And then give them back the ochre. Hopper. Where's my hopper? There it is. Okay. should be good, right? Can they jump on that? No, I can't even jump on this. Yeah, surely that's good. Oh, but I guess this still has to be Hopper. I think that's fine, right? So now if I put all this stuff in here. Yep, and everything gets stuck in here. And they still cannot move. The only thing I guess you could like bring it in would be a wall. Phew! Oh my goodness. It was coming in fast. I forgot you could do that. Right now we're using moss, but we'll use other blocks later. Oh no, we ran out of moss. I'm sorry, mates. It's a bit cramped, isn't it? Okay, well that actually fixes the problem. Now everything can be cyclical with no issue. If I think something's lost in the system, I can just come here and I can make any of these at the other slots as well, right? Because we should have 4 of them. We're gonna have for each way the beacon goes, right? So there'll be one there, and one there, and the one that's here. So from every part of the base, there should be a kill switch like this. Okay, look at that. I feel like this is so nice. We made that. We try to over engineer it at first, but simply like this is all you really need. It's like there we go. And it's still an overflow too, right? I guess this would be an overflow from this section, right? And then the over. Yeah, wow. This is so cool. Wait, why is it stuck? Oh. Oh, that's dope. Alright. Well, that fixes that problem pretty easily. Pretty happily. Let me figure something else out, because this could get smaller as well. Connected into the wall. Is this one connected into the wall? It looks like it, but this one just doesn't have a wall? Yeah, I think that's literally it. This one just doesn't have a wall. Ew, it's gonna be kind of ugly. That's okay. Part of the room. Unfortunately, this might have to stick out. Or maybe I'll just bring the wall out here. Yeah, we're in another chunk anyway, so this can just be, yeah. So this will be a wall, and we'll tear this down actually. Give them a little bit more room. Okay. That is fantastic. Let's see, do we have enough hoppers in here? Didn't. Okay. And then just turn it on. They're gone. Alright. And these guys are doing their thing. They get sent over. And then for now, miscellaneous chest is over here. Wait. Oh. See, and that's why we need it to be a cyclical. Because I put this in here, which is past the deep slate. So yeah, it has to be cyclical. But that means we're gonna need a lot more copper golems. My FPS. Surely it's not gonna be that bad, right? They're not even moving. Like, they can't move. They stand still. I think it should be okay. We'll see. And then once we get that base 4, then the next step would be doing the actual system, like the redstone system, which like I think will just be a mass storage system for stuff that needs to go into shulker boxes. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to release these guys. Because we have, I think it's past enough time that they should all oxidize as soon as we give them enough space to oxidize. which I didn't know was a thing, but yeah, they need enough space to oxidize. So if you cramp them up into like a block, they might oxidize, like get to the right color. They won't actually turn into statues, statuify, I guess you. Yeah. And see these guys, boom, all done. Okay, let's see how quickly all of these guys turn. There's a librarian in. How does the librarian get in there? I'm truly curious. What do you? Oh, he probably. Okay, never mind. Not that complicated. Look at that. All right, let's see how many we get over here. Are you keeping track of all the oxidizations? Probably not. I'm not either. All right, let's pick them up. You gotta be careful not to hit the ones that haven't oxidized. Where'd you go? Do you run away? They all look barely made out of copper. That's what I was gonna say. Alrighty. I thought it was gonna be harder to get a bunch of these. I don't know why. But they're not. Especially if you make a lot of mistakes with your sorting system. Make them into statues. I think that's probably the idea that they had. Like, what if you want to move them and you really don't want to like keep remaking them, or you don't have to move the ones you already made into a new area because they know it's annoying, which is really smart, I must say. Because this is like, it was fairly painless. It just took a lot of time. It takes 7 hours in real life time for these to fully oxidize. We'll go ahead and scrape these guys because I don't need them running around. So that's gonna take another 7 hours for these guys. Should have probably done that sooner, but it's all good. We have about 19 of them all, 20, about 80 of them. Yeah, we literally have 80 of them. Which I think the math checks out with how many I made for the system. So I finally fixed my base. The villagers are no longer dying except when they're almost coming through here. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. And that's the only time that they die, is when they're coming from the surface all the way to the bottom and they miss like a block because they're still walking towards their workstation or stuff like that. Hold on, I know there's like 3 others under here, right? No, I picked them up already. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, this guy up here. Okay, that's all of them. Oh, this would be such a cool farm if it wasn't for now, because then my villagers would fall off. Thanks. Okay, anyway. This definitely gives me terracotta vibes. Yeah, these gives me terracotta vibes. I love it. Alright, that's enough of that. Nice. Okay, next we really have to get going on like building the well, we have to expand the storage, yes, but we have to give like have a reason to need all that storage, which our first project, which I really want to get done, is the food farm, which is actually going to be like insanely time consuming in terms of excavation, because I think we're going to need to excavate, yeah, one, two, so that 2 blocks, so 2, 3. I think we might have to do 9 chunks just on this row alone, like here, and then also I guess we don't have to do 9 chunks completely, but we will at some point where we have to, yes, because a Allay's range is 32 blocks in every direction. So how much is this? Wow, 1 chunk is not even an is. Oh, okay. So the middle chunk is going to be for the Allays, and then the surrounding chunks are going to be for the farm. Is that 16? I think that's what measurement was. Yeah, so this is 16 blocks. That's more than enough. So the Allays will only need to go half as much as they can. Oh my goodness. So they can travel across 2 chunks. We just don't need the farm to be that big. Like the only one we even remotely need to be that big is probably the carrot farm, but this is more than enough. And then we're gonna need a ton of storage down here as well. Sheesh. Okay. It's gonna be kind of like a two-way thing. So this can be not just for the chunk loaders, but also the mass storage. Okay. So it's actually really important that no farms are on this level. We'll never need to like worry about slime balls ever. I love it. Just come run around my base and you'll get like a stack of slime balls, which we can also get like allies to pick up and throw at us or go to a station with it. And if you're wondering, where are all my villagers? It's because for some reason, I don't know where they're pathing to, but they're chilling here now. Which is fine by me as long as they don't die, which they're not. And if you're wondering why there's so many, it's because they're coming from the surface. These are the ones that make the trip down here. I think I hit them, yeah. Yeah, these are the ones that make the trip down here. Some of them do not make it. We'll figure out something for them to do up there. But we need to transfer brand new villagers for the farms because I don't want them to have another seed in their inventory and then they start planting wheat as soon as we turn around. And it's supposed to be like a carrot farm, right? That's something we have to watch out for. But honestly, the base is coming along slowly but surely. Ideas are getting remodeled as we move forward, but I think I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. This is like the only part of the base I can say I think is like not really complete. I still have to add decorations, make this less square, but yeah. I love the height. Every room has to be this height, or every floor has to be this height. And even if we need to like put like soul sand, we'll adjust for it later. I don't think we'll do that though, because really all these farms we really shouldn't be there all too often. And then when we're flying around, we're probably using our wings. For the storage room, we're gonna need to like be able to run around at full speed all the time, not knowing where we're looking for stuff. I guess that is something to think about. Maybe laying down soul sand on every single level. That's not crazy. That's an ultimate base right there. An ultimate base. Every single level will be soul sanded. I guess the only thing we'd have to move right now, the tree farm, we'd have to move it up one. Or maybe you don't. We'll see. Not really all too important. Okay, we're gonna call it there for now. We go break, and we'll come back with another variety game. Then we'll come back with some Minecraft hardcore. I'll do some excavation, and finally get this carrot farm and other farms underway. Oh wait, are these guys are not meant to be here. I'll put that in the system now. We beat them over here? No, they're definitely over here. Oh, there's one. There's one. We beat them here. No, I think they're gone. Anywho, see you soon. Thanks for watching.